A little late start again. Having the grandbabies, getting everything done, feeding the dogs, procrastinating. That's how it goes. Another beautiful day here in Arkansas, though. Had some thunderstorms last night. More loud thunder, lightning. Jeremy Parker, what's up, buddy? Why don't you guys just pack up and move to Hot Springs so we can train more? First light getting Devin's left arm. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Morning. Good morning, monster. What's happening? What's happening? So it's still showing only one person. I've seen how many comments, so clearly there's more than that on here. I guess it's just catching up. All right. What's up, Richard? All right. Got 15 folks, 3 likes. Exit out. Hit that thumbs up real quick if you guys don't mind. Made it share it to more people. So morning weight, 293.6. I was 93.4 Friday before we had a cheat. 94.8 yesterday. 93.6 today. So nutrition's going well. Training's going well. You guys saw I hit the 210.2 yesterday. Pretty pleased with that. Pronation held all the way through. What's interesting is the arm straightens as I lift, and then it actually closes the angle just a little bit by the end of the lift. So that's pretty interesting. That with that much weight, I'm able to close up the close that angle. What's your current PR in riser? So haven't posted it yet. Post it here in a little while. Have to have Rebecca bleep out some F-bombs because the weight was pretty heavy. But you'll see it later on today. Check out. It'll be a short here reel on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, best Kings move I've developed. I don't know. I don't train my Kings move. It's just a top roll that bicep flexion fails. Basically. I think the sky's the limit with this new arm for strengthening up these angles. On that particular note, I'll be posting a video tomorrow of new static hold. So what I peaked for Vitali, I did 6.5 pounds heavier yesterday. So real pleased with that. If they do start testing, I think that'll be interesting, but it is what it is. I'm not coming off TRT for anybody, so they're just gonna have to have a therapeutic use exemption or something. You can't expect a 52-year-old guy to live a subpar life just to compete in some arm wrestling competition. You know what I mean? Not an option. What's up, Lando? Appreciate it. Yes, I'm coming to Chicago. I have a match. I announced that as soon as I got back, on the live we did that morning. 8 hours after my match, I already had another match confirmed, so yeah. Must be your first morning live with us because we've been talking about that, I guess, ever since I've been back. I've been back home now. We got home late Sunday night. Stayed in Little Rock at a hotel so we wouldn't have to drive home, then drive back and pick up the dogs. Picked up the dogs early Monday morning, then came home. Anyone in the top 5, who would it be? Levon. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, Levon's the guy I want to arm wrestle, but I got to earn the right. So right now, I guess the top 5 looks like Levon, Devin, Hermes, Jerry, Vitali, then me. I mean, I don't think those are the accurate rankings. I just think that's how the East versus West rankings sit. God bless you as well, T-Vol. Appreciate it. I'm not talking about the match until East versus West announces it. I mean, I appreciate that, Cole, but I don't do that. I have a responsibility to the organization regardless of what anybody else does. I hope you make it there too, Dave. Should be an awesome event. Should be some really good matches. Ingen said not just the best North American East versus West card ever, but maybe the best East versus West card ever, which is crazy. But I mean, you got Hermes and Levon, huge. Devin Gerdetcha left. Jerry Morzov. I mean, all really good matches. 59 people, 16 thumbs up. Get a second, exit out, hit that thumbs up button so that algorithm, YouTube, whatever, share this to more people. I don't have an opinion on Matt Mass versus Irakli. I guess that's left-handed. No, Levon and I have never even had a practice pool. Prediction versus Jerry versus Morzov. Either the same thing Morzov did to Camille, or Jerry has more inside game and turns him in a shoulder and pins him like he did with Gennady. Couldn't tell you, 50-50 either way. Yeah, we hadn't got to make it to Australia yet, but hopefully one day. So, I mean, if I win my next match, what would make sense to me would be the winner versus Morzov Cataret. If I'm able to secure December for the location, Hot Springs for the December location, there's several different ways that could play out. You know, Devin could beat Vitaly, and Devin may want more time. Then they're looking for someone to pull the winner of Hermes versus Levon. If I'm coming off 2 victories versus top 10 guys, that would make sense for me. If Vitaly beats Devin, or they don't arm wrestle and Vitaly's pulling Levon next, then a rematch versus Hermes could get a shot, makes sense. Grandbabies. And then there's also a chance of me winning a couple these next 2 matches in the super heavyweight division, and then get an offer to cut down in December for the, heavyweight world title. Who knows? It just depends on how things are going. 67 kilogram riser curl versus 180 kilogram bicep curl. I would say the 92 kilogram posting hammer curl up pressure lift is more translatable. 67 kilogram riser, I think he's probably the only person in the world who can do it. That's super strong. So I actually have a tricep machine that I bought, a hoist commercial grade machine that's supposed to be an overhead tricep extension type move, but I got in it and it's perfect for JM presses, and it just feels great on your elbows. The organization has not announced my next match yet, so once the promotion does, then I'll talk about it. How's Chance doing? He's good. So last night we had our 2 of our granddaughters. So we had our youngest granddaughter and our oldest granddaughter, and so Rebecca slept in the room next to us, and Chance just slept right next to me all night. I've never practiced pulled with Levon. We've never done anything other than just grip hands. Not training today, Jeremy. Would have liked for you to come had I known, but I have to go take down a 140-foot of black chain link fence. I'm gonna need chain link fencing for around this pool area, and I found a good deal. Someone's selling 140-foot of chain link fence with 3 gates. Now I'm gonna need about 178 feet as it is, but if I pour extra concrete, there could be an extra 5 to 10 feet of concrete that I need, or fencing that I need. So, and I don't know how the gates line up, so I may need some extra fence for over here, so that gate will line up right at the walking path. The other 2 gates, I really don't care where they're located, but yeah, I've got to go do that today, Jeremy, so you'd rather not do That's funny, but yeah, so tomorrow's going to be chest, with starting all my new lifts, or my new programming for all my stuff. So every other day on pronation, riser curl, static hold, pronation gauge back pressure. once a week on the wrist cupping, and then every other session, so every fourth day, will be outside side pressure. The biggest adjustment he did to make to win was round one when Devin's elbow came off the back of the pad, and as Devin was bringing his elbow back up, he cinched down on the strap real tight. If Corey would have just got out of the strap, had him reset it, got a fair strap, then it would have made a big difference. I mean, they say Gennady made the weight, so I guess he did, but he looked bad. I was surprised he wasn't in the hospital. He looked bad a few days before. Well, that's cool, Charlie. Yeah, that's one thing about arm wrestlers. They're handy. If they can weld, they can build a table. If they can do woodwork, they can build a table. Yeah, I feel like tracking your work makes sense. It just gives you, like most of the stuff I've always just kept in my head, but now I do all my programming everything out. Like I've programmed, my last day of lifting will be June 13th. So I turned 52 June 12th. Obviously that's an off day. June 13th, that Friday will be my last day of lifting. And I programmed everything out now on how to get the numbers I want to get to on that day. Now, the pronation lift, I did a 207.7 going into Vitaly, just did a 210.2 yesterday, which clearly had more in the tank, but I'm only programmed to do a 211.2, which would be 3.5 pounds more than what I did going to Vitaly, but only a pound more than what I did yesterday. But that kind of just lets me know I'm stronger than my previous prep, and I'm not pushing it too hard in this short time frame. Now, I did a 110 riser curl. I'm programmed to do a 115 riser curl. Did a 305 pronation gauge back pressure. I'm programmed to do a 310 pronation gauge back pressure. Who's your favorite arm wrestler? Please answer it. I don't have a favorite arm wrestler. I mean, arm wrestlers are just my buddies. I don't really have anybody who's my favorite. What's up, Sean? Yeah, I'm definitely not taking any long breaks. I'm taking every match that comes my way. I thought that my timeline was the same as God's timeline, and I just saw this path, and I thought that was how it's supposed to go. I'm just going to take every match that comes my way, and when there's nobody else left to pull, I'll pull the champ, right? But that's the plan. Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, as far as I know. No, there's no visa problems. Let me think. Oh yeah, so I did a 190 wrist cupping. I'm gonna try to do 192.5 for the same amount of reps. And then outside side pressure, I did a 252. I'm gonna try to hit a 260. And then static hold will be 15 pounds more than what I did going into Vitaly, which will be 9.5 pounds more, 8.5 pounds more than what I did yesterday. So. Next opponent is a super heavyweight, and it just would depend on how the rankings look on where you'd put him at. Yeah, unfortunate about the Yvonne was outside the strap, went to straps, and then my match went to Vitaly. Shit happens. Yeah, I will eventually. The reason I'm not telling you now, they're skewed because there's gonna be a lot of people on here that think they could do the weight that I just did. And I'm gonna tell you, you gotta be really, 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 really strong to do the weight that I just did, because it's on a single pulley 1-to-1 ratio with a square tubing sliding on square tubing. So there's friction. So the number isn't as high as it would be on like Hermes's pulley. I'll just tell you, I would assume right now, if I was on Hermes setup, I'm probably doing 15-second holds, 150 plus pounds. So I've got a machine coming. I've just partnered with a new company, and once they give my code, I'll announce the partnership. That way you guys can get, discounts and stuff. Never got to pull clean. Met him many times. First time I met him was 1993. Nags Head Beach, North Carolina, Great American Shootout National Championship. They supposed to pay $10,000 to the winners. Got there, they didn't have the money, so I only paid out $1,000. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pull the exact same way. I didn't get any humorous fouls on this last match. I just got elbow fouls that were non-existent and pins called early, right? So every single time I'm out, I'm stronger. You can see it. So nothing wrong with my training. Um, every, so bleed blue. Arkansas sucks. Well, clearly you don't live where I live. Kentucky's a nice place, but say Arkansas sucks, you got about, I don't know, one more of those maybe, and then you'll be off the channel, because that's just a stupid comment. Where I live is amazing. We live in a national park. It's gorgeous. Lakes everywhere, so I will definitely be putting a magic marker on the point of my elbow. And think about that. This is the tip of my elbow. This is an inch and a half of elbow that doesn't have to stay on the pad. Only the tip has to stay on the pad. I'm gonna do pronation gauge back pressure every match from now on. I get you. You took the coach. Okay, so I don't follow college sports, so I didn't know what you're talking about. But yeah, pronation gauge back pressure is the key to my path to the top. Just like Vitaly said in his thing a couple days ago. It's funny. It's his belief. Can't say it's 100% true, but his belief is not just him, but it's impossible for any arm wrestler to beat me without pressing me, because you can't beat my hand peg to hand peg center of the table dragging control. Like, you're going to be on my side of the table. Yeah, so I just got to keep everything coming this way. Once the match stops, make sure I make the right counters, right adjustments. The better I get on these static holds, the tighter this angle is going to get. The stronger that angle is going to get, so I can remain tighter, you know. Yeah, I mean, tattooing it right now is probably not going to happen, but I'm definitely going to magic mark that shit. Well, cupping is very important in arm wrestling. I think the first thing you do is engage your riser, and on go, the first thing you do is cup as you pronate, right? Or cup as you supinate. Cupping is very important in both aspects, whether it's top rolling or hooking, which is crazy. So normally I do these 40, 50 rep, 40 and 50 rep sets with my cupping, right? 50 is the goal, but the 190 I only got 40. And then I broke it again and got another. Of course I can beat Dennis right now. Dennis isn't in form. I think I would beat Prime Dennis right now. So the reason we're behind is our best athletes are making millions of dollars playing other sports. This is what you got. This is the top tier here. This is what we got in the United States who aren't making millions of dollars doing something else. Now, those people making millions of dollars doing something else can't just come over and dominate arm wrestling, regardless of their genetics. I mean, it's just like Brian Shaw. It's going to take time. I mean, like you said, I'm getting stronger every time, but Vitaly was the strongest Vitaly he'd ever been. Armis was the strongest Armis he'd ever been. So, I mean, we're all trying to take this thing, get ourselves to the next level. And that level, the highest level right now is Levon. So we're all trying to get to that mountaintop. So, of course, everyone's going to be trying to get stronger. No, my fingers aren't like Dennis's. I mean, we put our hands next to each other, and it was the same size hand. He was just thicker. I mean, I would think weight training makes more progress than table time unless you're brand new. If you're brand new, then table time. Favorite technique, winning. That's my favorite technique. We got 103 people on here, 36 likes. Exit out real quick, hit that thumbs up so that YouTube or whatever share this to more people. Let people know you guys are enjoying the content. I plan on doing this again tomorrow. Rebecca will probably be with me at that point. Like I said, tomorrow, start the new programming. Got to train chest. And then we'll do back on Tuesday. Arms on Wednesday with day 2 of programming. So thanks, Andrew. Good Sunday morning to you as well. I mean, Dennis was strong all the way through. I made a really bad technical error when he flash pinned me because I telegraphed the shoulder press that he was setting up for, but I thought it'd be faster. Yeah, fasted cardio every morning. Unless I get to where my blood sugar's low and I have to eat something first. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, Devin. Devin's left arm. We were going to church real regular, um, and we just haven't in the last year or so. I mean, I've went a couple times since losing mom. I've always just kind of been my relationship with God's my relationship with God, but it is good to be around other believers and stuff, you know. My max cheat curl, couldn't even tell you. Back in '07, I was reverse curling for 5 to 6 reps over 300 pounds, you know, cheat curls. But um, I was stronger in my arms back then. I was stronger in my chest. Like I did a 520 bench, 405 for 13. Uh, I was super strong. Did 315, 55 reps, 225 for 80. Like I was breaking records. Had there been social media back then, I'd be really famous. I just, after tearing my lat, tearing my pec, I just don't have the same strength. The last time I did over 500 was 2011. Rebecca and I went into D1 in Little Rock. I did a 501 bench, 495 with 3-pound collars on each side, and then I went down to 225 for 80. And that's how I always got my high reps, is I'd go to really, really heavy weight, and then I'd come down to 225 and just rep it, or 315 and just rep it, because the weight felt real light after a 500-pound bench, you know. Yeah, I believe I'd beat Jerry. I don't see anything about him that's changed to make me think I wouldn't beat him. I mean, how to heal wrist tendonitis, um, BCAAs, aminos, cold immersion therapy. I do a lot of ice. I think John Brzezinski's definitely the greatest arm wrestler of all time. Not the strongest arm wrestler of all time, but greatest arm wrestler of all time. I think Jerry and Camille's press both beat Saga's press, in my opinion, because I think Jerry would just be stronger, and I think Camille would flop him, would force him to come out of it, but who knows. Hope you're the best I bought for $400 in the Monster Factory shop. My sister's texting me some pictures. She doesn't know I'm on live. Who would go offense, me versus Morzov? My offense would be back pressure, right? I have no doubt that I'll take his hand. He already has similar style King's move as mine. We can talk about Dennis's prime, but I mean, what ifs are, you know, we can do what ifs all day long. I will not be announcing my opponent until the promotion announces my opponent. No one can hook me. If Morzov can hook me, it's game over. He can't hook me. Just go ahead and put that out of your mind. It's not happening. I mean, nobody's going to hook me. You cannot beat my pronation. You're not turning me palm up. You're not turning me in a hook. Yes, pronation gauge back pressure is what I use versus Camille. I would probably pull Jerry the way I pulled him last time, you know. Stand up, back pronation gauge back pressure, get his hand, work my way around it. Yes, people have hooked me, but not since my pronation's got this good. I used to be an inside puller. I saw it everywhere I went. I sure want to find out. Ask me if I believe Levon can flop through my arm. I think he'd have a more difficult time than Vitaly did, because he's the same lever as me. For him to flop through me, in my opinion, his shoulder would have to come across the center of the table. But I got to make sure I'm strong enough to stand him up in the center, crack his wrist, and force him to flop. I'm excited to try, though. I really do want to try it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people now are more apt to want to see the me versus Lon after me versus Italian, and taking his hand in the center table round one, you know. So we just partnered up with a new sponsor, and hopefully we start having Monster Factory events again. I'm both very impressive, but I'd say the 92 kilogram up pressure, hammer curl pressure lift is more translatable to arm wrestling. Prime John versus Prime Devin, similar weight. I still think John, heavier weight, Devin. Yeah, pronation gauge back pressure round 2, because I was panicked and just trying to get on the board. I attacked sideways and hit, boom, and then he hit sideways with his side pressure flop, and then he comes on it with a press. So I was not in the defensive posture that I would have been had I went straight back, because I hit sideways instead of getting this and then be able to work, My mistake. But he arm wrestled very well. I mean, at this point, you'd have to say Levon was better than Prime Dennis, but we don't know. We're never going to know. Well, I don't think I have met my prime time yet. So I believe there will be a version of me in the not too distant future that'll be capable of beating Levon. And I think I'm on the right path. I think everything I'm doing just shows that everything I'm doing is working. I'm getting stronger. But you got to remember, guys, it's not the 35 years of arm wrestling. It's the 2 years of this new arm. This thing's getting newbie gains. It's getting stronger. Prime Dennis, like I said, I think the version of me right now beats Prime Dennis. I mean, weaker versions of me pinned him 3 times, Out of the 9 times we arm wrestled, I pinned him 3, he pinned me 5, and I fouled out once. So that was not as strong a version as I am now. I have no idea when the match will be announced. Yeah, nothing specialized I wish I could have. I pretty much have everything, every arm wrestling training piece of equipment is out there. That's one of the benefits of, being in the sport this long and, being accomplished at it. You pretty much get someone sending you all the cool stuff. I have no idea when the Brian Shaw collab could happen. The training strap's good. I like it. The Monster Factory training strap. Yeah, he's busy. I'm busy. I don't see me going out there anytime soon. He's more than welcome to come here. I don't train a King's move, guys, so there's no way I can teach a King's move. Like Jeremy Parker pulled last night, pulled out a King's move. I've never shown him how to King's move in my life. He just dropped down, held good position. They had some weird IFA rule saying that your non-competing shoulder has to be above the table, not just your humerus can't be at a decline. I've never heard anything like that in my life. I don't know if Vitaly can palm up Devin. I don't know Devin's level. I mean, I believe Devin's real strong. We'll find out soon, though. How can a completely unknown arm wrestler do what? Well, it'd be difficult for a completely unknown arm wrestler to get a match at the Monster Factory, unless one of our Arkansas guys wanted a match with somebody specific. We'd put him on an undercard probably. Yeah, Gennady cut a lot of weight. I mean, first match back was me. He wasn't prepared for the improved version. Second match back was Devin. He definitely wasn't prepared for 300-pound Devin. And then, Sagoff, real strong, and Gennady cut way too much weight that close, in my opinion. But I like my chances versus Devin right now. I don't think he'd beat. If he was able to beat me, I don't think he'd beat me the same way he's beat me in the past. I think he'd have to do something different. No clue. 50-50 Devin versus Vitaly. Oh, that's funny. You started King's movement before you ever knew me. Yeah. Just fate, huh? That's funny. Because like you hit it real good. It's just a weird rule that they had last night. I don't know. Devin and I run into each other again. We'll probably end up pulling in a heavyweight division into next year or something, I would assume. I don't know. But I'm sure eventually we're going to be pulling each other. There's no such thing as leaving arm wrestling. And arm wrestling can't leave me. It's just what level you want to continue to compete at. Like, it's so funny. People who are ignorant will make ignorant statements. You should retire, you're done, you're whatever. I'm like, oh, what? Because I lost to the strongest arm as ever, the strongest Vitaly ever. I was in both of those matches. In the Vitaly match, I could have won. I'm at the highest level I've ever been in my life, and I've got plenty of room still to improve. So that would be dumb. I mean, there's no worst case for me. If Devin beats Vitaly dominantly, it doesn't mean the gap's any further than it is already. It just means style make matches. I mean, I'm interested to see what happens. Um, I mean, Devin should draw a lot of hope and confidence from the fact that I was able to stop him in the center of the table. Um, but I mean, will Devin stop him? Devin's pronation is very strong. He engages it in his setup, but he normally has the longer lever. Vitaly is a very good, pure, explosive top roller, so who knows? Yeah, I mean, I honestly think I'll still be able to pronate over 200 pounds at the 115 category. It'll be consistency because I expect by this year. So what I'm thinking, 211.2 by my June match. Honestly, thinking 220 by my September match, and 230 pronation by the end of the year. So best arm wrestler ever is John Brzenk. He's not the strongest arm wrestler ever, but no one will ever be able to duplicate what he did. The sport's changed so much since then. Who'd you like to pull at 115 for the title? There is nobody that I prefer to pull. Just, pulling for a world title is always exciting. So whoever holds it, and whenever I get down there, they offer the match, I'm going to happily accept no matter who it is. Years and years and years of training. That's what it takes to be an elite arm wrestler like me or anyone else. It's just consistency, sacrifice. I mean, it's not unrealistic, Victor. A 242 pronation by July next year. I mean, if I'm in that hunt for the super heavyweight overall number one, there's no reason I won't keep progressing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Richard Lovekeys has pulled Cleve, and I'm sure he's beaten him before. Richard pretty much beat everybody at some point. Yeah, John Brzenk was the one who beat Cleve Dean the most, I think. He just eliminated Cleve's hand and grabbed him low and turned him in. Yeah, I've thought about dressing up as Santa Claus and doing a Beat the Champ. We haven't done it yet, but I thought that would make a lot of sense. Dye the beard. All right, guys, I gotta get something to eat. Nah, man, Richard, he's in my prayers constantly. Shirley passed, and he has not been the same. They were each other's best friend for 40 plus years. So I know how difficult that must be. So definitely keep him in my prayers. Yeah, King of the Table Santa Claus edition. I like it. Let's see how dumb this is. Connor, that's a ignorant statement. And you might love me, but you still make an ignorant statement. There's no one that's unbeatable. All things are possible. I'm not training for Devin. Devin's not even I'm not even looking at Devin. I'm looking at whoever they keep putting in front of me until I get a shot at Levon. So, I like my chances against Alec Gardetcha. I really think that, how's he going to beat me? Flop press me? Is that the plan? He's long like Vitaly as well, but like I said, the Vitaly loss for me, honestly, he arm wrestled phenomenal, and on that day he didn't make the mistakes that I made, but the elbow fouls were not elbow fouls. The pin wasn't a pin. Restarting the match is giving him more rest. Me having to dispute the calls, and then me abandoning my game plan round 2 and putting myself in a bad position. And then round 3, after getting the false start, going back to the same well house, I should have slipped, strapped, and just open top road until one of us fatigued, you know what I mean? But, lesson learned. Just keep getting stronger, that's all I can do. All right, guys, I appreciate the support. Oh, I didn't see all these. We'll see. No, probably not. I told myself 24 months, so 24 months is it, I don't think I would stay super heavyweight, unless it's a 275, 280 shredded super heavyweight where my health is not at risk. But yeah, there's not going to be this big, massive, putting my health at risk version of me in the super heavyweight past July. And honestly, right now, I think being, I plan on being 280 instead of You know, like I weighed in dressed at 307, 308, 140. I expect to weigh in dressed at 130. You know, 286 dressed probably, maybe 290, but strip morning weight 280. Abs feeling good, but stronger on every lift. You know. But all right, guys. God bless y'all. Be blessed, and we will enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Appreciate it.